Hi everyone, it's Terry here, sharing another process video for Peartree Cutfiles. This is for my fringing technique for the February online crop, and I'm using the Pimms Cut file, which is these cute little glasses. So I've pulled out this patterned paper from the Maggie Home Sunny Days collection that I've had for a while that I want to use as my background, and also some scraps from the same collection. So I decide that that big section to the left hand side of the patterned paper that's open is where I want to add my fringing technique. I've measured it out, and I think it measured 5 inches by 8 inches. So I'm going to put strips of patterned paper that I've fringed in a bit of a cascade going down that section. So you'll see I'm just pulling out scraps of the patterned papers that are all from the same collection. I've got quite a bit of this left. I really liked the colours in it, but unfortunately I don't tend to do summer beach type holidays, so they have sat in my stash for a little while. So it's time I got myself to the beach, I think, so that I can use some of it up. I've tried to mix up the colours with the pinks and the yellows and that like lovely blue, so I've pulled in some of that really deep blue colour and also the pinks. So I used 2 different types of pink patterned paper, this darker pink with the polka dots and then the lighter pink. So I'm just gathering up lots of strips, which you'll see me start to fringe shortly. Fringing's a technique that I don't use that often, but I really like it when I've done it, so I always think I should do it more regularly. It's a really simple technique, and I actually have fringing scissors, which makes it a lot quicker, but it's dead easy to do with just normal scissors. You just literally cut up the paper at intervals, so you can make it thicker, thinner, however you want it. And once I've fringed all the pieces, I'm just working out a rough order that I want them to be before I stick them all together in a row. So I'm sticking the top and the bottom ones in so that I know where I want to start, and then I will use my ruler to ensure that they all kind of line up and are straight. And then you'll see me glue each one down, so I'm just putting adhesive on the top part so the fringe is free flowing, and then I just tuck each one underneath, leaving about, I don't know, a centimetre and a half, so about half an inch showing. So now that I've got my fringing done, I'm going to move on to the cut file. So I've got this Pimms Cut file, and I've cut it out of white cardstock. So it's a beautiful cut file with lots of detail. So there's the 2 glasses, and then there's all different fruits in the top of the glasses. So I'm using it as a cocktail glass. So I'm just going to cut back the cut file, with different bits of patterned paper. I'm just doing it flush onto the cardstock cut file, and I'm going to use that vellum as the main section for the glass. So I'm not going to make you sit through this, so you can see that I'm literally just drawing around it and cutting it out, and then we'll flip to when it's done. So here is my completed cut file with the different colours, and now I'm going to layer it up over part of that fringing so that you can see some of the fringing through the glasses, but it's like a frosted effect. So I'm adding some foam pads under the backed areas of the cut file so that you can't see them, and then I'll decide roughly where I'm going to put those two photos. So I'm using these two photos that are from our trip to Cuba, and they're of my other half who had this huge kind of lemonade mocktail type thing, but it was full of fruit, and as soon as I saw this cut file I knew that it would work perfectly for telling this little story. But as I wanted the cut file and the fringing technique to kind of be the main thing that you see, I've gone for smaller photos and I've tucked them in under where the fruit is. I like how this background paper is a bit quirky and you get like sections to use almost. You can see I fussy cut out that camera from one of the patterned papers, and now I'm pulling out bits of ephemera. So I've got the chipboard sheet and also the stickers from this collection. So I'm going to use that big chipboard piece that says the sweet life, and I'm pulling out any bits that have got fruit on them. And I thought this bicycle was a little bit quirky and it's got oranges in the basket on the back, so I thought I'd use that. So I'm trying to pull in the colours from the fringing to each kind of area that I want to decorate. So I've got the pinks, the blue and the yellow. I've also got some of that bright green for the leaves on the cut file, so I want to pull in green as well. Just added a acrylic piece from Bramble Fox that's an orange slice, because I wanted to use those oranges and I thought I'd pull a bit more orange into the layout. So just play around here, trying different bits here and there. There's another one of those orange acrylic pieces. So because I've got that blue camera at the top, I decided I want a yellow one as well to kind of pull the yellow from the fringing and the backed photo down into that bottom section that's going to be an area of embellishment. And now I'm looking at where I can add some green to kind of balance the layout out. So I'm going through my sticker sheets, looking at little things that I can pull out. So there's all these small little fruits, so I'm just tucking them in. So I'm just adding some word stickers in and around those clusters. And this is very much how I work. I pull all my ephemera out and then I just go through it and start adding bits here and there. Try not to overthink it too much, and often things get put on and taken off and moved around until I'm happy. So my layout is pretty much done. I just add some journaling to it and a few white Nouveau drops. Thanks for joining us, and check out the Peartree Cutfiles Facebook group. The link is in the description.